What a move on the SPY, recovering that drop from the pre-market and rejecting that area where things started to accelerate down at 581. And in Friday's volatility, our SPY bot sent out a bull indicator directly to our Discord at 9:40 a.m. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, bull strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive the clarity and edge that you deserve, check out the link down below in the description and the top pinned comment to receive the clarity and edge that you deserve. Join the members using it and get connected to our 42 vision indicators, our bots, and our inflow versus outflow. Once again, that link is down below in the description and top pinned comment to receive the clarity and edge within the volatility, whether stocks are going up or going down, and join the members connected to our 42 vision indicators. So the SPY here under that bull indicator since 575, and it lasted until it got rejected and canceled at 580. That was nearly a $5 move on the day, and it rejected right at that area where things slowed down in the pre-market. That was a huge resistance there that was trying to be used as support before falling, retraced and retested, and rejected, guys. And here we are back under a bear indicator on the 5-minute, and in that same volatility, the QQQ, we were watching to see the target area of 509 if it could get retested once that bull indicator popped up. And even on that pullback, it was used as support, and it ran up from 506 all the way to 509. And we brought that up here on our Twitter post, right? We saw here bull indicator popped up on the 5-minute on QQQ. Could those flows continue to pick up and retest 509? Sitting here at 508 area, it dropped down towards 506, and then it pulled right back up, and that target was hit multiple times, and that bull indicator held strong through the volatility, guys. And this is the edge and clarity. That target was hit within the volatility that 42 vision allows us to see and have. And again, that link is down below in the description to get connected and join the members using it so you can learn charts along the way, whether you're an experienced or learning investor. It's a great way to see the strength of supports and resistance and the strength of trend with our bull and bear indicators within the live volatility. We look forward to getting you connected and having you join us. So the SPY here, strong bull indicator, but a bear indicator has popped up. The 15-minute is sitting here under a bull indicator that has not canceled. This is a strong support here, an area to not ignore as long as it stays above 578, which is where it did the next run up. And that bull indicator popped up not that far from it, and it's staying above it. So yes, full transition there from the dip area, as we call it on 42 vision, of white referred borders to bright green bars. That is the full transition upwards and overextension of strength. And then it's pulled back down to red bars. And if this is going to go any lower, it will need to hit white referred borders to complete the transition downwards. If not, it can find support here. And if it starts transitioning into dark green bars and continue to hold this bull indicator, followed by the strength of the bull indicator here on the 30-minute, that is something to not ignore, as it could try to retest key resistance levels. And here we get a pretty clear snapshot of how this was a huge resistance level, because outflow started to dominate at 581 before the close. And then this inflow level was already plotted here when things pushed up from 578 to 581.60. And when it was pulling downwards and it rejected that outflow level, not once, but more than one time, 3 times, then what was the level to watch? Well, the inflow level, and we're fighting here to stay above it. So this is really where 42 vision gives us that edge as well, to see with our inflow versus outflow the strengths of supports and resistance. Because once this rejected 581, what's the target area to watch that this chart needs to hold up above? Right down here at 578, all the way down to 577.50. And as I stated, 577 is a clear level of importance, and 578, because that's where things pushed up the next leg up here on the SPY. You could see the huge outflows here from the pre-market, how they're dominating. And then also here we could see on the 15-minute how those outflow levels were used as a resistance based off the previous inflow level, right? From 580 to 582. That's a range here that these inflows need to compound and use that support to break out and try to retest this outflow level where things started to accelerate back on Thursday. If we can break back above 586, then you have 590 to 592 as a clear level to not ignore. But right now, it is trying to hold itself up back above 575 to 580 area. 582 is going to be crucial. But to the downside, if this loses traction pretty quickly, you have these inflow levels as support, 577, and then down here towards 575. So I will be watching those levels very carefully. And to the upside, that first level right there is 580 to 581.50, and then 582. And then you have 583 on the 3-minute here showing us key levels. But we're not only seeing that on shorter time frames. You're seeing up here 582 even on the 1 hour, and the 30-minute is showing higher outflow levels to not ignore if we can break through those levels. So those are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. And this is a perfect example of inflow versus outflow in this tight range. It doesn't always guarantee it's going to retrace to those levels, but when these inflows confirmed, followed by the bull indicator and the strength of the day, this was the level to go ahead and watch, 583. Did it miss it? Yes, but it went towards it. And this was a perfect example of it actually popping up, rejecting once those outflows are turned into a resistance area, and then it was coming down and tested and fell to the support, and it's fighting to stay above it. But this was the level from 581 all the way down to 578. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.